Mortgage scam artist who pleaded guilty to swindling elderly homeowners out of hundreds of thousands of dollars learned his sentence today in federal court.
Now, this is a case WGN's been following for a decade, and WGN's Mike Lowe was in the courtroom at the Dirksen Federal Building when the punishment was handed down. Mike?
Ray and Micah, good evening to both of you. The judge raised his voice as he admonished Mark Diamond for, quote, preying on some of the city's most vulnerable people. He then told Diamond that Diamond had destroyed people's dreams before handing down a 17-year sentence.
Finally, this is the closure, and finally he's going to jail.
Barbara Quintero Bailey's mother lost her home in foreclosure after Mark Diamond tricked her into signing a reverse mortgage. Holding a framed photo of her late mother, she said that Diamond's scheme, which targeted dozens and dozens of elderly black people on Chicago's West Side, left her family emotionally and financially distressed.
There is no sentence that could have been given to Mark Diamond that's going to ever suffice the hurt, the pain, the emotions that he put us through.
68-year-old Mark Diamond listened to victim after victim make impact statements at his sentencing hearing today in federal court. He pleaded guilty last year, the signed agreement stating he is in fact guilty of a scheme to defraud and to obtain money. The contractor was a con artist, preying on the vulnerable and devising a scheme that coaxed the elderly into agreeing to reverse mortgages, a kind of home loan that turns home equity into cash and doesn't need to be paid back until the home is sold. Diamond tricked the homeowners into giving him the money, promising he'd use it to make repairs. But most of the promised work was never done, and many of the victims lost everything.
Mark Diamond took Predator to another level for me.
West Side community activist Reverend Robin Hood's own aunt was one of the victims. He's been fighting for justice for 10 years. WGN uncovered the scheme back in 2015.
The FBI is conducting a criminal investigation. In fact, it started right after our story first aired.
WGN's extensive reporting was used as evidence in court today.
This is going to be one of those cases that's going to go in the history books.
Mark Diamond accused of manipulating elderly African-American homeowners on the West Side.
At long last for those victims and their families, Diamond is being punished. In the plea agreement, he acknowledged tricking 18 Chicago area homeowners and taking $929,000 from them. But the prosecutors suspect there were at least 80 victims who suffered as much as $6 million in losses. Today, Diamond addressed his victims in open court, saying, quote, if I could turn back the hands of time and change it, I would, but I can't. All I can say is I'm sorry.
I don't believe nothing what he said. I don't believe he has any remorse.
U.S. District Judge Franklin Valderrama sentenced him to 17 years in federal prison, saying, quote, buying a home is part of the American dream. You, Mr. Diamond, turned that dream into a nightmare. And prosecutors say 4 other people were involved in this fraud. They have all pleaded guilty and are awaiting sentencing. Reporting live tonight at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse, Mike Lowe, WGN News.